your girl, Queen Naja. Thank you guys for watching Grape News.
Let's talk about this too, man. Shout out to Hot New Hip Hop for the article. It says Aubrey O'Day claims to have more Diddy stories after footage surfaces. Okay. So she got some tea, y'all. Ain't no telling what this woman been through and what she's seen. And she's actually one of the people that we know that's been talking about Diddy for years, but nobody listening to her, you know? Nobody been listening to her. It says the Danity Kane star has criticized Diddy for years, okay? The remains of Diddy's public goodwill crumbled on May 17th, footage released by CNN. We already know about that. It says there's been a tidal wave of backlash as a result, with artists denouncing Diddy or reaffirming their dislike of the disgraced bad boy founder. Aubrey O'Day falls under the latter. The former Danity Kane singer took to social media to voice her support for Cassie and to assure the public that the footage does not surprise her one bit. It says O'Day made her stance against Diddy clear on X, formerly known as Twitter. She assured her followers that she and her heart goes out to Cassie. She also noted that she has yet to fully divulge what she has witnessed with regards to Diddy's behavior. Quote, the picture is getting a lot more clear for y'all. For you all, I can imagine. I'll remind you that I haven't spoken on my personal experience yet either. Prayers up all his victims. Hey, she probably writing a book, y'all. I can only imagine. She said, let's focus on changing the system now so no one has enough power to bury or discredit voices. Okay. Wow. She went on to like tweets from other fans that supported their perspective. One of the like tweets read, I can only imagine what Danity Kane and all the other girls and men went through in making the band. Thoughts and prayers to you, love. It says O'Day has spent years attempting to expose Diddy. She worked closely with the mogul when she was in the group Danity Kane and made it clear that he was a terror behind the scenes, behind closed doors. In the TMZ film, TMZ Presents the Downfall of Diddy, O'Day claimed that she was given a chance to buy her publishing back in exchange for her public silence. Quote, it asked me to specifically stay silent and never speak poorly about a human, she revealed. So then I realized something really bad is coming. Well, Aubrey O'Day instincts proved to be spot on. Something is really bad here. Wow. That's crazy. You said, yup, he has footage of all types of people. Yeah, that's why they did that raid, right? You said Grape, he was on Clubhouse telling his story. Oh, Prince? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Well, I believe Aubrey O'Day because looking at these old footage of Danity Kane, I mean, can you imagine what was going on behind the scenes? Check this out, man. Check this out, y'all. Y'all know I find the tea. Okay, I got receipts. All right. Fair use. Shout out to Kim Barbie for the post. He says, honestly, I never forgave Diddy for this, but with everything happening now, it does make you think, was there more to the story on why he suddenly went off and broke up Danity Kane like this? Right? Remember that? He just broke up Danity Kane out of nowhere. You know? Fair use. Let's go.
The vision that I had for the group, this ain't the vision that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I don't work these amount of years to have you talk to me this way.
I'm not meaning
so I don't want you in the group no more. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. All right, because I don't want to even have to have this conversation. And anybody else that want to go with her could go with her. That's the way I feel, and this is the point of where it's coming down to. That's where it's at. Because I'm telling you right this, I don't like her energy. I don't like her style and direction where she's going with it. I don't like what she does to the brand when she's wilding out there, being overly raunchy, promiscuous. So there's nothing else to talk about. Would you like to go with her?
Just asking her.
Would you like to go with it? Would you like to think about it? I'm gonna give you some time to think about it, because she's not gonna be in Danity Kane.
I don't know if it's Danity Kane without the five of us.
Okay.
Like you did a great job picking each individual person being so unique.
You have to make that decision. You seem like at the end of the day, you're not really happy in the situation. Based on a lot of things that I've heard, you're not really a happy camper in this situation.
No, I don't think anyone has been happy for a long time in this situation.
Okay, so you can go too.
Are you sure about that?
Diddy was a savage on this show. Like this, you know what's crazy? Danity Kane had the number one album and had one of the biggest songs that summer. At the time, like they were actually successful. They were the most successful making the band group. Not the first season and not day 26 with the guys. No, Danity Kane was actually successful, and he just broke it all up, man. This is crazy.
Positive about that.
I respect your decision. So do I.
Okay.
And I just want you to know it's been a pleasure working under you. I've respected you for all my, growing up. And I'm really sad that it came to that decision. And I hope that we can find another way to work together.
You're saying that you're not happy in the group.
I'm saying that the way that the group has been, maybe even including you, have been happy with Danity Kane for a long time.
Let me back up. Let me not let you catch none of her energy. You know what I'm saying? Let me not let you catch her reality. She's not going to be in this group. And you have a chance right now. You want to get out of the group. You have a chance right now to leave with her. You hear, right? Yeah, because she was part of the problem of the group for you.
No,
yes,
that's not. I really just, for me, I don't think that there's not a group without five of us.
Okay. I'm going to let y'all think about that, though.
This was crazy, man. You said you never watched it, but wow, hey, I'm telling you, this was a good show too, though, especially this season, right? So Dawn from her right here, coincidentally, Dawn Richards right here, she actually worked with Diddy after that too. She worked with Diddy in Dirty Money. I don't know if y'all remember that, the group Dirty Money, and they were popular. They had a number one hit and album and stuff, and after that first album, he dropped them. Like, so it's crazy. So Dawn spills a little more tea on what happened behind the scenes of why Danity Kane broke up, right? They said this helped me understand the situation so much better. All that effing work and Diddy never planned on anyone making it for real. Let's go. Fair use, okay?
Came out, they said only do 100,000 copies because they're not gonna sell more than Cassie. That's what they told us when the first album came out. We sold 100,000 in a day, and they had to figure out how to get more units in by the time the week, and they barely got it, and we wound up selling 230,000 copies, and we could have sold more. We were in the Guinness Book of Records forever, but
y'all were limited because they didn't have enough product.
They didn't believe in it. They didn't think we would. They didn't think we would sell. They had no clue we would be that big. And then we got out there, and when we toured, they wouldn't give us any money, so we were sewing our costumes from Forever 21.
No, who wouldn't give you any money?
The label.
The label. Which label was that?
We were on Bad Boy. Yeah, we were on
Bad Boy Universal?
Yeah. We were Bad Boy Atlantic. And it wasn't like it's just the truth that Puff really, he saw the money in the show. And then when they realized how massive it was,
caught him off guard.
They were like, oh, okay, yeah, let's figure this out.
So he was more interested in the television version.
He was making the band was huge. Exactly.
The TV rights and the sync rights and the music they were creating.
He owned all of it. He owned all of it. So for him, that was the crop.
And it was easy to make. You didn't have to manage girls on the road and get them dressed. We had
Johnny Wright as our manager, and Johnny Wright at that time had Britney Spears, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. Like, we had all the right components. And then we blew up, and then the people in the ear started happening, right? We started making stars. Because we were the first girl group that had 5 lead singers. There was no lead singer. We were all one. We were all could dance. It had never really been like that. Spice Girls, they were like 2 singers and then
And the doo-wops.
vibers. Pussycat Dolls, it was Nicole and Melody and then dancers. Destiny's Child, they made B the lead, even though the girls were, you know, Kelly and Michelle are incredible. But B was
Kelly was kind of the lead at first, but
no, it was always B. It was always B. But Kelly and
when
B,
I met them, Kelly was like that girl.
But I think Kelly and B were very similar vocally. They were raised under the same. Them two understood each other. It's like the Drea and me thing. Like they were very, very similar singing styles.
Right.
But again, the world made.
And this is very believable because Diddy got a lot of one-hit wonders. He got a lot of people that they always claim that he wasn't paying them. He'd just make all this money off of you on your first and second album or something like that and just cut ties with you. And he owns it. He owns the publishing, the royalties and all this stuff. Like he didn't want people to outshine him. And it's crazy that she said that the label didn't want Danity Kane to outshine Cassie. Now that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. All right. And we gonna leave it off with this, man, with Aubrey O'Day herself speaking on the whole situation with Bad Boy and why everything ended. Okay. Check this out, man. Fair use.
Could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
Mm-hmm. And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Wow. When you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of, when you're young and impressionable and we understand our beauty as women through the eyes of the people observing us. Well, who's observing us? Men. So we learn our beauty through a man's eye, which is very subjective. So it's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around. And that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person. And there was no Me Too at that time. There was no protecting anyone at that time. You signed a million NDAs and a million contracts that took away all your rights. So you really were operating in an environment that
I'm telling you, I mean, it seemed like it was major pressure working with Diddy. It was major pressure. And he owned everything. So these people were basically puppets at this point. You know? They were just puppets. You do what he say or you don't get nothing. Yeah, Puff was definitely all in the videos. You said Puff is a clown, a lot of misery. Yeah, man, that was crazy how he just broke up the group like that. And they were actually very successful. You said Dawn has a lot of Sean stories that aren't pleasant, to say the least. Not sure if she'll speak or not. It will be interesting to hear from her. It will definitely be interesting to hear from her. Man. But yeah, man, I feel like the rabbit hole is just gonna be deeper and deeper and deeper. Seems like it's brand new news every day, or we're finding old clips and basically putting them together, and it's making sense to, like, this guy's been a menace and a demon for decades, y'all. And all it took was one video for people to start believing it. People been talking about this. All these people ain't lying. Out of the numbers, obviously, it's people that's lying, but Everybody ain't lying. And why do some of these people stories match? And he be telling on himself. You know what I'm saying? Spending this weird time with Justin, buying him cars and gifts. You're the legal guardian of Usher, wrestling him for Frosted Flakes when he was only 10 years old, allegedly. And Usher himself said that he was at the parties and clubs and stuff like that when he was a teenager. I don't know, man. It's very weird. Yes, it seems like Diddy only had one hit wonders. Exactly, man.